Welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we are back with another offseason rebuild, and today we have the New York Knicks. The Knicks went 47-35 last regular season. That secured them the number 5 seed in the Eastern Conference. Ended up beating the number 4 seed Cleveland Cavaliers in 5 games in round 1, before eventually dropping in 6 to the Miami Heat. Now, this is a New York team that honestly surprised a lot of people. Jalen Brunson's emergence as a true number 1 really shocked a lot of people, myself included. And yeah, you got to give credit where credit is due. Now, is this New York team a serious, true contender in a pretty good Eastern Conference? I don't know if they're quite to that level yet. This team has definitely built something up, and there's definitely a really solid foundation here. We're going to go over this New York Knicks roster in all of its glory in just a second, but before we do, as always, if you guys do have any other video ideas, make sure to let me know down below in the comments section. Of course, we're in kind of an off-season, kind of a strange middle kind of part right now because we've seen all the big signings. They've all happened. At this point in time, we're really just waiting for like the Damian Lillard trade or the James Harden trade or any other surprise moves, whether it's something with Pascal Siakam and the Raptors, whatever the next shoe to drop is. We've been waiting for it, and that just hasn't happened yet. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know down below in the comment section. And yeah, whatever ideas you guys got, I'm more than willing to do them. So let me know all those down below. But without further ado, man, as I mentioned, I think New York has a really good foundation. They've built something up. Let's see if we can get them a championship. All right, so there's probably not going to be any major trades that we're going to do with this New York team right now. Typically, the way I've been doing it for these 3-year rebuilds, this New York one will not be an exception, is that we've just kind of been making some minor tweaks to the team and then kind of running with the majority of the squad they already have set in place. So we're not going to make any major moves right now, but we will go over the roster. I'll give you my thoughts. And obviously there are some strengths, there's some weaknesses. Let's get into it. So Jalen Brunson, best player on this team in my opinion, was his first year with New York last season. And boy, oh boy, did he surprise everybody. He played very, very well. Very, very deserving of all the recognition he got. And this is turning into one of the better contracts, honestly. When many people, and again, I will point blame on myself because I was one of them, thought this was not the smartest contract in the world. Worked out pretty well for him, I would say. Miles McBride is here. He's 22 years old at that 73 overall. We'll probably give him some backup point guard minutes this season. See if he can maybe develop into a somewhat decent overall. Maybe he can be our backup point guard throughout the video. So, shooting guard spot is an interesting one for me. So, we have 3 guys here that I would not mind getting playing time to all of them. And Evan Fournier is not really one of those guys. But, going over this, Emmanuel Quickley was a candidate for 6th Man of the Year, was beat out by Malcolm Brogdon. In this 2K hypothetical where it might not really matter as much, I might just start him. He's the highest overall. He's still only 24 years old. I think it makes sense. Now, in real life, this is probably not something I would do. I think I kind of go by the if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and he was a tremendous 6th man for them. So, I don't know. I might start him today. We will see. Quentin Grimes is here, and then Dante DiVincenzo is one of their big free agent signings of the offseason. You obviously have all the guys from Villanova back together. This contract is not accurate. Do not worry. I will update it when we do get to the start of next season. I can't update it here in free agency. Can't do it. And then Evan Fournier. Good Lord. I remember when my Boston Celtics let him leave in free agency, and let's just say I'm not too disappointed that he ended up not getting paid that much money from my team. RJ Barrett is a guy that I feel like it's not. Let me try to describe this perfectly. I feel like his name is sometimes in trade rumors, but I never feel like it's anything legitimate. I know there were talks about a potential Paul George trade, and all possibilities are that he probably would have been in that trade if a Paul George move was made. I don't know. We'll see. It all depends how he plays, honestly, if he stays here the entire time. Josh Hart opted into his player options. A lot of people, myself included, probably thought he was going to opt out, maybe get a little bit more money somewhere, if not re-sign with the Knicks for more money, but decided to kind of bet on himself, which is, I don't know. I mean, he's 28. I don't know. Power forward spot, Julius Randle. There are highs and lows of Julius Randle. Here in 2K, he's pretty consistent. All likelihood, he'll be staying here with my power forward. Isaiah Roby is here. And then Jacob Toppin, I believe, is the brother of Obi Toppin, who obviously they traded to the Indiana Pacers, which kind of funny. And then the center spot, Mitchell Robinson, tremendous defensive center. You got Jericho Sims here and Isaiah Hartenstein. I think it's Stein, not Stein, as well. So, interesting roster. Interesting roster, to say the least. I think there's a couple trades we'll probably end up making. So, some of the tough decisions right now are obviously, we have 3 shooting guards here, and they're all very much capable of playing. So, we're going to have to make some sort of tough decision, because I would say I just move one to the backup 3, but I like Josh Hart quite a bit. So, time for trades. We're going to try to do this trade here with the Cleveland Cavaliers. We're going to see if there's any possibility of us acquiring Jarrett Allen. The trade would be Mitchell Robinson and Isaiah Hartenstein. And hear me out. I know New York Knicks fans are very big fans of Mitchell Robinson, obviously. He's a good player. I think Jarrett Allen is just like one tier above him. And honestly, if it's not going to cost me too much to go and get him, I think this is kind of a no-brainer for me. So I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but he's actually surprisingly not too hard to trade for. And he's also, much like Mitchell Robinson, on a really good contract. So they don't want to take that. I'm not going to actually include any of these guys right here, any of these three. I tried to include Fournier. He's just making too much money. So our options at this point are basically including maybe Isaiah Roby. Can't even afford him money-wise. So if I'm going to do anything, it's going to have to include a draft pick. I'd rather not give up a first. I'll just give up a bunch of seconds, hopefully. I mean, I'd probably give up one first just to kind of, again, bump up a tier in terms of our center. And it's going to be one first. I'm not giving up more than one. I'll do our 2026 first-round pick. And they agree to that. So, again, I might have a lot of New York Knicks fans mad at me. And, I get it. But it's not like I'm trading for some bum here in Jarrett Allen. I think, again, he's clearly a better player than Mitchell Robinson. And I think he's an upgrade. So, we made the trade. I don't know if it's because I just did a Lakers rebuild or what it may be. But I feel like I have gotten Rui Hachimura a lot. And after this video, I promise you I will take a break. However, this feels like the perfect scenario to upgrade my backup power forward spot behind Julius Randle. And all it's going to cost me is Evan Fournier and Isaiah Roby. So this feels like an absolute slam dunk to me. Rui Hachimura will be our new backup at the power forward spot. I cannot fucking speak today. I do not know why. But yeah, so at this point in time, there's going to be a tough decision that has to get made. Obviously, I don't need 3 shooting guards. I mean, in real life, it makes a little bit more sense. A lot of these guys can be combo guards. But here in the game, it doesn't make nearly as much sense. There's maybe an argument to play like DiVincenzo at the backup 1. I maybe could do that. I mean, it really just depends what Miles McBride's overall looks like at the start of next year. So we will see. But overall, I think we've really made this team better. Hachimura is a clear upgrade. Mitchell Robinson getting traded for Jarrett Allen is, again, I think it's a clear-cut upgrade. So I might have pissed some people off, and for that I do apologize. But I like this team a lot, man. I really do. I'll see you guys at the start of year number 1. So I know I said at the beginning of this video that typically for year 1s, I kind of like to leave teams pretty close to exactly how they look. Obviously, we kind of went a different route today. We did make some major moves, but we didn't change anything too major. Like, Mitchell Robinson is a big piece on this team, but he's not to the level of Brunson, Quickly, or Barrett. Or not Quickly. Brunson, Barrett, or Randall. I don't think he's quite that high. So I know I kind of am going back on my word, but hopefully you can understand the difference there. Here's how it's going to look, though. It's Jalen Brunson. I am going to start Emmanuel Quickly. I understand that now creates a very short backcourt, and I don't know. In real life, maybe I wouldn't do this, but I think here in 2K, it's not going to matter, and I also don't know why the morale is hurt on Emmanuel Quickly. Hopefully that fixes itself at some point in time. RJ Barrett here at the 3, Julius Randle at the 4, obviously new addition here in Jarrett Allen at our 5. The bench is actually really good for a year 1 bench. It's going to be Quentin Grimes as the 6th man, followed by Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo. I actually moved him to the point guard spot, and his overall went up 1, so apologies to the Miles McBride fan club, but Dante DiVincenzo is definitely a better player. Rui Hachimura here, and then Jericho Sims. So it is a decent bench for year 1. Obviously, we've went ahead and made one change with Rui Hachimura now on this team, but other than that, there's really nothing major. I meant on the bench. Obviously, we traded for Jarrett Allen as well. But you understand what I'm saying. But yeah, man, good team. I like it. I'm excited. I think we could be a top 5 seed in the East. We were so close to having a few more wins than we did last year, technically last year in real life, and then we lost our last 3 games. So we went 46-36 on the year. It's actually on par with how we did last year, but still a little disappointing nonetheless. Giannis is your MVP. Victor Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year. Chris Paul, 6th man. Giannis wins DPOY. Darius Garland, Most Improved. Quinn Snyder, Coach of the Year. So, albeit we had a bit, I don't want to say disappointing because we are the 4 seed here in the East, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Here's a look at the Western Conference if you want to pause, and then let's look at the numbers, see how everybody performed on the year. So, Randall, Brunson, Barrett. I thought Jalen Brunson would actually be our leading scorer. He was not. I don't know. Maybe it's something with the tendencies. Jarrett Allen was solid for us. Emmanuel Quickly in the starting lineup now. So, I mean, again, I think the only real issue with this team is finding a true number 1 on a championship caliber team, because in the NBA currently there's like 6 of those. So, yeah, it's not going to be easy to go out and find one. So let's get into it. We have Milwaukee here in round 1. Obviously, just saw Giannis just won an MVP, and this is a good team. There's no doubt about that. This is a very, very talented team, and I'm a little nervous for what's going to happen to us here in round 1 against the Bucks. We're down 3-1, and we're going to a game 6, and we're going to a game 7, and wow, do we come back from being down 3-1? That's awesome if we did that. We have the Atlanta Hawks. We have 2K's baby here in round number 2. Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, DeAndre Hunter, Sadiq Bey, and Onyeka Okongwu. I feel like they always trade Clint Capella. I don't know why, but I feel like they just always end up moving him. At the moment, we're down 3-0, and that's not exactly the way you wanted things to go. Trae Young just owns the city of New York, I guess. So that's not great. It's going to be a Suns and a Hawks finals. Let's sim through it, and yeah, surprise, surprise, the Atlanta Hawks, one of the more mid teams in the NBA. 2K's baby. Finals MVP for Trae Young. All right, so it is offseason number 2. We have a full offseason now, so that's obviously great. We're going to have access to more things, be able to make more moves, and I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, goody. The Spurs, give them the number 1 and number 2 overall picks after having Victor Wembanyama win Rookie of the Year. Sweet. I'm not a huge Tibbs fan, to be completely honest with you, but this is the last year of his contract, so we're going to let him ride it out. If he ends up coaching like shit or we underachieve or whatever it may be, I'll probably move on at that point, but I'll give him one more year, especially because now I have kind of full control of the moves we can make. So, all right, up to the draft. In terms of the draft picks we have number 15 from the Pistons, we have number 17 from the Mavericks, and we also have our own pick at number 21. So, in terms of options with this draft pick, I think we have a few. The first and maybe clearest option would be kind of combining all these picks and trying to move up even higher, and then maybe including that pick in a trade. Or we could just trade all these picks. We have a lot of options right now. So whatever ends up being best is obviously what I'm going to do, but let's see what we can cook up something right now. The Utah Jazz own the number 5 overall selection. This is all 3 of my first-round picks this year. And yeah, you want to make a little bit of a trade, Danny Ainge? Come on now. I don't have any other first that I'd really be willing to give up, but if you want 3 seconds, you can have them, and they agree to that. All right, so that gives us the number 5 overall selection. Obviously, that's a pretty big piece, and oh boy, some guys are in there. Fucking Jesus. Everybody is all pissed. Who are you, JaMychal Green, to be getting mad right now? I'm a little confused why Jared Allen's mad. It says his relations, he is triggered. Interesting. It says Emmanuel quickly won't re-sign with me. That'll be cool. If and when we do have to kind of get to that point, I think he'll be restricted anyways, but interesting nonetheless. So in terms of what I want to do with this number 5 overall pick, like hypothetically, if I put up Barrett in number 5, we don't have a ton of offers right now. These are all terrible. Good God. And I'm not saying I have to trade RJ Barrett. I was just kind of glancing and seeing if we were able to find something. But honestly, I think at this point in time, maybe a shooting guard upgrade wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So let's see what we can find. If not, I'll see you guys in the draft. I would love nothing more than to add Mikal Bridges to this team. He'd come in, he'd slide into that shooting guard role quite nicely. And again, I think at that point in time, even if we made that trade, there's still not a defining number 1 option for a championship caliber team. But I've had worse teams in 2K win championships. So I'm assuming the number 5 overall pick is going to have to be in this deal as well. Really wouldn't surprise me, and they do agree to that. So we gave up DiVincenzo. We gave up Patchy Moore. Obviously, those are guys we're going to have to replace. But we got a really good player in Mikal Bridges. He's going to be staying in New York, just playing for a different team. Welcome nonetheless. So we're not going to be drafting anybody this year. We kind of did what I thought we were going to do all along. We combined 3 first-round picks that we had into one better first-round pick, a more valuable first-round pick, if you will, and then made a really big trade. So I'm really excited about it. Team player options, Quentin Grimes coming back, Jericho Sims coming back, beautiful. Qualifying offers, Jacob Toppin, probably not. Emmanuel Quickly, Miles McBride, I'll qualify. There's a strong possibility he ends up being my backup point guard now that Dante DiVincenzo hasn't been moved. So let's take a look at free agency. Do we have any other major free agents? It's really just Quickly, who I don't think, oh no, I guess he will talk to us. I don't fucking know. And then Josh Hart's also somebody I'd like to get back. We're going to give him that 3-year deal, about $8.15 million AAV. And then, yeah, we'll wait on Quickly. I do want to give him a real contract. So Raul Neto and Svi Mikhaia can probably go. And then, yeah, we're going to wait on Quickly because I want to give him a real contract. But other than that, I think we're in a pretty good spot right now. We have great depth on this team. I'm really liking kind of the way things are coming together. And overall-wise, I'm excited. So Quickly is going to slide back to his 6-man spot. As you can see, his panties are in a twist right now, but hopefully that kind of fixes itself at some point. I mean, maybe do I move him to the point guard spot? He has an A-rated playmaking. He isn't. Well, because I don't want to move Quentin Grimes. I think Quentin Grimes is a good player. I really do. And I don't really feel like giving him up for nothing. Okay, Quickly actually goes up in overall. So I feel bad. I feel like this is like the second year in a row that I don't want to say I've promised, but kind of predicted almost that Miles McBride will be our backup point guard. And obviously that's not going to be happening at this point in time. So the depth on this team is good. I don't really know if I want Jericho Sims. Yeah, I feel like there's an upgrade there somewhere. I just don't know. I mean, in terms of the backup power forward spot, I wouldn't mind bringing in a guy like Kyle Anderson, good veteran, good depth piece. Unless there's somebody here that I think's better now. So, you know what, let's take a flyer here on Kyle Anderson, 79 overall right now. Could potentially be lower by the time next season starts with regression, but that's fine. We're also going to renounce Miles McBride, get him a new shot somewhere else. I don't know. But yeah, that's it for now. See you guys at the start of year number 2. After another short and maybe disappointing playoff run last year, we went ahead and made another major trade, acquiring Mikal Bridges to join Jalen Brunson in a really, really good backcourt. Now, there's no 90-plus overalls on this team, as I've been reiterating throughout this entire video. There's not really a true number one on a championship team. We don't have that on this team. We don't have that luxury, if you will. But what we do have is really good depth, and I think a team that fits really, really well together. So hopefully this kind of goes all according to my plan. But if it does, we have the depth, and I think we have the talent to go out and win a championship. So time will tell. We will see, but here's how it's going to look. It's Jalen Brunson at Mikal Bridges, new addition. Looks great in that New York Knicks uniform. RJ Barrett at the 3, Julius Randle at the 4, and obviously Jared Allen still going strong here at our center spot. The bench unit's actually tremendous. It's Emmanuel Quickly, Quentin Grimes, Josh Hart, Kyle Anderson, Jericho Sims. So really excited to see what happens, and yeah, I'll follow along with you guys. See you guys at the end of year 2. Luka Doncic wins his first career MVP here at the end of year number 2, but more importantly, we went 67-15. How about them New York Knicks, baby? You'll love to see it. You truly do. Luka with the MVP, though. Congratulations. I don't know why it says Matt. Whoever made that draft class is such a dipshit. It's not even funny. Amen Thompson is 6th man of the year. Giannis wins D-Point. Bilal Coulibaly is your most improved. And Tibbs wins Coach. 18 points a game. Good for you. I got to do a Wizards rebuild soon. Tibbs wins Coach of the Year. So, yeah, I'm still not going to say I'm going to firmly bring him back. I think a lot of this depends on how this playoff push goes. So, best record in the league. Can we be the best record? Can we be the best team in the playoffs? Jalen Brunson's numbers still going down, but Jared Allen playing really well. But honestly, that's not pretty. All right. Well, I mean, I guess he's kind of fitting. I'm assuming his shot tendencies are all probably sorts of screwed up, but you know what? We're playing well right now, so honestly, I'm not even going to fix it. But whatever. Oh, boy. Killian Hayes in a starting lineup. Let's just get through this playoff series pretty easily. All right, it actually takes us 6 games. Boston versus New York. How is Bradley Beal here? What the fuck? Nikola Vucevic? Oh, my God. I guess Jason Tatum really wanted to play with his boy Bradley Beal. I don't blame him. Bradley Beal's a good player. All right, we're 2-2 right now with the Celtics. We go up 3-2, and we end up winning in 6 to take on the Philadelphia 76ers. Look at, oh, my God, I would throw up in my sleep. How is this happening? Right? Like, how do you have the money? Yeah, because clearly he's on a real contract. Because there's no way the Celtics took like a Tobias Harris swap unless maybe the Sixers had Vucevic somehow and maybe the Celtics took that, or maybe they got Beal. I don't even know how the hell that happens. But seeing Jaylen Brown in a Sixers jersey, hell, any jersey but a Celtics jersey makes me want to puke. Julius Randle is your Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and Luka wins the Western Conference Finals MVP after winning a regular season MVP. So him and Kyrie Irving, obviously incredible backcourt. Tobias Harris is here, so I have no idea what the hell is going on. Grant Williams now, they're starting power forward. My glorious king, Grant Williams. And Capella, the starting 5. So good team. Obviously, they have the best player in the series, no doubt about that. And we're down 2-1 at the moment. We go 2-2. Jalen Brunson trying to extract a little bit of revenge on his old team, perhaps. We are back in Dallas here for a Game 6 that we can close out. Can we do it? Can we make Mark Cuban regret letting Jalen Brunson leave? Oh, boy. It does not appear it's going to be this one. Well, no. Nope. Oh. Holy shit. Okay, you know what? I might hop in again, but you know what? I'm just going to stick with you guys because I honestly have no idea. Do we have the ball? Oh, my God. We have the ball. All right. We are on the verge of potentially winning a championship here in such an incredible fashion. We have Kyrie Irving here on Mikal Bridges. Give me a pick, Jared Allen. I mean, holy shit. Allen to the rack. Dunk the fucking basketball. You're 7 feet tall. Holy shit. Timeout, Dallas. It was like such a delayed animation, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? But no, we're good. Got to make sure the starters stay in the game. That's the exact lineup I want. I know maybe some of these guys aren't the greatest defensive players, but there's no way I'm taking any of the starters out right now. So, yeah, man, this is it. Is Luka not in the game? Luka's not in the game. He obviously fouled out. I don't think there's any way 2K's stupid enough to not play him. Oh, my God, I thought we had the ball there. Yeah, this is pretty crazy right now. Kyrie Irving, Mikal Bridges going one-on-one. Kyrie, deflection from Bridges. We cannot get the rebound. Tobias Harris kicking it back out to Grant Williams here. Oh, my God. No. Kyrie. We did not foul him. What? Oh, this is horrible. This is a nightmare. This is my worst nightmare. Why can't I challenge, by the way? I'm assuming my challenge had been used at this point. Oh, this is a catastrophe. This is what that is. Oh, Kyrie going to the charity stripe. God damn it, bro. All right. So, oh my God, he missed. Which means at the most it can be a 1-point game, if not a tie ball game. We are out of timeouts, by the way, with just under 19 seconds to go. So hold on to your pants here, folks. We are going down to the wire in a possible elimination game here at the American Airlines Center. Third and final free throw for Kyrie is up, and he hits it. So 1-point game. Here we go. Can we close out the Dallas Mavericks on their home floor and capture a championship here in year number 2? We're going to take control of the ball with Jalen Brunson. I'm going to call for the pick from Jarrett Allen. He's going to go down to the rim. Back out to Allen. Easy layup, and it goes. New York goes up 1, and Dallas takes a timeout with 3 seconds left. Holy shit. That's why we trade for Jarrett Allen at the beginning of the video. If I have any negative comments and you commented something mean, go delete it right now, because I'm just saying. What does a defensive lineup look like now? Because now I have some interest. So it would take Julius Randle out of the ball game. That's about it. I am not going to sit here and pretend that Kyle Anderson is some defensive wizard. So we're just going to keep Julius Randle in. 3 seconds left to go. No Luka Doncic here for the Dallas Mavericks, but a chance for a closeout victory here in Dallas. Grant Williams to inbound. 3 seconds left to go. What's it going to be? Kyrie Irving in the corner. Gets the 3 off and he misses. And New York back on top of the basketball world, folks. Holy shit. That might have been one of the more thrilling in-game moments I've had in 2K in a long time. That was awesome. But we win a championship in year 2. Julius Randle has now proved himself as a number 1 option on a championship team. I don't think those words will ever come out of my mouth again. But wow, what a moment, man. We are heading to our final offseason right now after a championship. And I'm feeling on top of the world right now. I truly am. So staff signing, obviously at this point in time, you kind of got to bring Tibbs back. So let me spend the 18 hours it's probably going to take to go out and find him, because this game makes it way too hard to find a former head coach. Unless he retired. That would be the only thing. Nope, he did not retire. So, oh my God. Why this stupid fucking game makes it so challenging. Thank you, Tibbs. To hire back the guy that you've had as your head coach, it confuses the shit out of me. But up to the draft, I know we have our own first-round pick this year. It's obviously at number 30. And, yeah, if I can just do, like, can I just trade it along? I don't need it. So, just, yeah, can we just do something here? Seriously? Nobody? All right, how about if I include another second? Nothing. Okay, just draft somebody for me then. I don't even care. I'll draft whoever's the coolest name. That's what I used to do all the time. Jaleel Duncan, actually, I think he's pretty good. Actually, I'm just going to take him. I don't know. Could be a depth piece for me. He's actually a 71. Not going to play. All right, team player options. So, decline from Brunson and Randall. Obviously, we have to make sure we get both of them back. I'd like to bring back Quentin Grimes as well. I mean, this team is obviously kind of a cohesive unit at this point in time. So, yeah, let's just re-sign Jalen Brunson, $30 million AAV. And Julius Randle just over $30 million AAV. And, yeah, I'd like to get Quentin Grimes back as well. It's the final year. It's going to qualify him. In terms of Jericho Sims, I mean, that's maybe like the one backup position besides maybe Kyle Anderson we could make an upgrade at. Actually, no, screw it. I'll bring back Jericho Sims. We'll trade Kyle Anderson. He wasn't one of the OGs from the start of this video. So that's what we'll do. We're going to move Kyle Anderson and a couple draft picks, look for a new backup power forward, because I don't like leaving teams exactly the way they are from year to year. So find somebody just a little bit better, perhaps. I don't know. I mean, just off what I'm seeing. Oh, good God. Come on, 2K. I'm not seeing anything great. I mean, I see Nasir Little here. This is obviously an option for me, but it's not a great option. All right, if I'm looking power forward, I didn't see how much he's making. Oh, my God. I'm all over the fucking place. He's making about $7 million. So if I'm going power forwards, making no more than like $7.5-ish million. And again, there's going to be a pretty short list if I had to go out on a limb and guess, but let's just look. Under contract, Jalen Williams would be a very welcomed addition to this team. I have the draft picks, maybe. Nope, I potentially do. I mean, I have like 3 firsts that I have access to. It's the final year. That's the only reason I'd even be willing to consider doing it, but no, not going to do it. Actually, hang on a minute. You know who I do have? I have Jaleel Duncan. You want him? Nope. All right, so who's the next option here? It's Terry Eason, or is it Tari? Is it Tari Eason? Come on. I mean, for the love of God, I know you guys don't want to sit through this, and neither do I, honestly. Come on. Thank you. All right, we'll see you guys at the start of year number 3. It is the final season for us here in New York after a 67-win championship year last year. We are feeling really, really good right now. What a team. What a group of players. I love it. I really do. It's going to be Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Mr. Jared Allen. Bench unit's incredible. It's Emmanuel Quickly, Tari Eason, Quentin Grimes, Josh Hart, Jericho Sims. See you guys at the end of the final year. We go 65-17 here in our final season. It's technically 2 games worse than last year, but you're never going to be upset about a 65-win year. Luka Doncic, once again, your MVP. Basala Bagioka, Rookie of the Year. Fucking A. Giannis is your D-point. Derek Lively, the second most improved. I do want to do a Mavericks rebuild soon. I promise you that's coming. And Tibbs wins Coach of the Year for the 2nd straight season. So here is a look at the standings. Far and away, best record in the East. Far and away, best record. Actually, was it far and away? It was close, but actually not really. Best record in all of basketball. It's all that matters. RJ Barrett leading us in scoring. Happy I did not trade the man. Here's a look. Oh, my God. Mikal Bridges, single-digit points. Oh, good God. All right, who's going to be here in round 1? It's going to be the 8-seeded Indiana Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton, incredible player. Other than that, you got to use some good players. There's some decent players, but yeah, just come on. Whoa. Okay, that scared me. Atlanta here. Can the New York Knicks finally get a little bit of revenge on Trae Young and end up beating him in a series? Nope. Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I honestly thought that was going to go much differently. I really did. Or what the fuck? Oh, my God. All right, I'm sorry. I don't know. I should not have done that. I honestly thought that. I was on my high horse after last season. It went too well, and I got a little cocky. But, yeah, we won a championship here for New York. This was an incredible team, and New York Knicks fans, if I traded one of your favorite players, if that was Mitchell Robinson or Evan Fournier or I don't know, anybody else that I moved, I apologize. I really do. But we built a hell of a squad. Obviously, we won a championship, so I'm pretty happy with that. But, yeah, man, that pretty much wraps this one up. As always, of course, if you guys do have any other video ideas, as I open every video with, let me know down below in the comment section. I'm always all ears to your guys' ideas. So that pretty much wraps this one up. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all on the next one.